One of the incredible aspects of the end of the book of Bereshis in the Torah is that the conclusion is the death of Yosef. Interestingly, the Torah repeats that fact here at the beginning of the second book of the Torah, the book of Shemos. Why is Yosef such a critical element of both the book of Bereshis and the book of Shemos? We mention his death at the end of Parshas and at the beginning of Shemos. Why? So I'd like to suggest that the Torah is sending us a tremendous message here that hopefully, if we internalize, will greatly enable us even today to help the cause of Judaism across the world. The Torah is explaining to us that the purpose of the book of Genesis was to create man. And the man that achieved the true meaning and identity of what a human being is supposed to achieve in this world more than any other man in the book of Bereshis is Yosef. Why? Because Yosef was a clear representative of being a messenger of Hashem and Hashem's wisdom. He was a man of complete integrity, where the entire country of Egypt trusted every penny of the economy in his hands. He was incredibly moral and loyal to anyone that he ever had work to do for them. And he wasn't only that for the Jewish people, he was that to the entire world. So the book of Shemos, incredibly, begins again with the death of Yosef in order to tell us that slavery, which is beginning at the book of Shemos for the Jewish people, the onset and the instigation of that slavery is because the Jewish people lost their Yosef identity. And because of that, a new king arose over Egypt that did not know Yosef. And because of that, the Jewish people, although they are credited with never having changed their names, it never says they didn't change their behavior and their internal identity. They kept their external identity, their names. But were they acting with the integrity and morality and loyalty and devotion and caring for themselves and mankind as Yosef did? The answer is no. The Torah makes that very clear by telling us that Yosef died, his brothers died, all that generation died, and therefore the Yosef identity was forgotten, all but forgotten within the Jewish people, but it was completely forgotten by the new king that arose over Egypt. Well, why is this identity so critical? Why must we adhere today to these principles as a nation of integrity and morality and loyalty and caring for mankind? Because that's the purpose that we, the Jews, serve in this world. Let's face it, the problem with the world today is that people are not normal. Very often, we hear people say things simply incomprehensible. The way to help mankind be more sane is by Jews representing what a man is supposed to be. That man has dignity, man has morality, man has integrity, man has the ability to think and reason in ways that are logical, and we don't just give in to temptation. When we Jews represent the Yosef identity, then, number one, we are less threatening to the world, and number two, we remind the world what it means to be in the image of Hashem. And when the world knows by example, by clear representation, what it means to be a human being in a godly image, then the world can come much closer to God, and man can be normal, people can be kind to each other, and the world can achieve its ultimate purpose.